name's Christina. I am here making this video today, and it's just to go over, I've been wanting to make this for a while, by the way, but I'm just now doing it. It's kind of going over some of the misconceptions in the spirituality world. So many times we tend to just want to put out the good about it, and everybody thinks it's like this big, great, easy, wonderful thing, and when they don't share the truth with you and people end up running into the hard times with this, they end up then wanting to push it away and think badly of it. And I believe it's because they just simply weren't prepared with the truth so that they could handle the situations when they come up with it or come up to it. So I thought today that would be a perfect video to kind of just go over some of the major misconceptions or understandings that I see a lot of people talking about online. It seems to be a pattern. Okay, so the very first one is kind of incarnating and how it works. So many people are not able to forgive right now, or struggle with the fact of how they could choose which families they were born into, and wonder, why would I ever pick a family that abused me? There was, somebody that raped me in my family. There's physical abuse, mental abuse, just all around a poor family to want to be born into. So the thing is, before you incarnate here, they say that you incarnate in your next life into a vibrational match of what you were in your last life. And for many of us out there, we kind of know who we are and that we're these higher vibrational people. And you kind of just wonder, how could that be? I know I'm this person or that person, and how would I have incarnated down here into this? Why wouldn't I be of higher vibrations like I know I am? And the reason is subconsciously, consciously, in your past life, you knew in this lifetime you wanted to be born into a world where you were surrounded by those lower energies. And it was because we wanted to infiltrate those energies. We wanted to be able to shine our lights where it was needed. So you started preparing for this in your last lifetime. You did karmic things on purpose, intentionally, to lower your vibration and make it where you would come here and be able to do that. If you stayed your normal frequency, you wouldn't have been born in a surroundings with that kind of stuff, and you wouldn't have been able to make that difference that you make now. And so this is why I teach people always to forgive. Stop holding on to so much, because everything you've experienced, everything has been your choice to. And you guys don't want to look at the big picture and have that bird's eye view from above. You just want to look and be in that pain and the poor me. But the truth is, you wanted to experience these things. Some of us, it's for soul growth. We wanted to be able to experience these different emotions, different feelings, and different levels of energy. And some of us, it's been to help rid the darkness, to shine that light right in the midst of it, to be that one beaming bright light in the field of just pure darkness. You're that one thing that stands out among the rest. And that's why many people never fit in their whole life, their family, and were a black sheep. It's funny they call it black sheep, but it's the light sheep. What are you going to call it? But it's time to forgive and let these things go. Learn what that experience was that you needed to get from this. See if it was, I wanted to learn these things, because now I have the tools within me to help others who have gone through these same experiences. Or was I somebody that wanted to be here in the middle of it, to be able to shed that light where it's needed the most? And so you learn to forgive and release all those little hard times and heartaches. Okay? These are why you were born into these families. You did pick them. You wanted to be there because they needed you. They needed your light. I loved when God told me one time, he said, I never could get over like why I didn't have what everybody else did, and always people there for me, and I was always there for everybody, and then nobody was there for me in return like I was for them. And it was just, you know, always just like, why couldn't I have what everybody else had? And he was like, Christina, you didn't have that because you don't need them. You're one with me. And the thing is, these people, they do need you. And that made me look at it a whole new light. And that's how it is for you guys. When you're one with God, you don't need anybody. You got yourself. But these people here, they're drowning. They need us. They're drowning in this darkness, and they don't know how to get themselves out. And so that's what we're here to do. Okay? All right, my next topic, I got them written down somewhere. The laws of attraction. Okay. Whenever you read about the laws of attraction and people are talking about it and manifesting all these things into our reality, they just make it sound like it's so wonderful and amazing. Look what we can do. Woo. Like, but there's a lot to it. If it was this easy, wouldn't everybody in this world already be doing it a long time ago? Like, it's not as easy as they portray it to be. And I hate when I see that certain people now are like so against it because they've started trying to apply the laws of attraction and it created bad things in their life. And it's not that the laws of attraction are bad, it's that you have to know how to work with it. You have to know how that whole system works, right? For one, the universe's whole job is to create your reality, the reality you want. But if you don't know how to speak to the universe or how they speak to you, you're not going to have any luck. See, the universe, they go by what you give your energy to. If you're around a lot of drama all the time, say somebody runs in and starts a fight with you, okay, and you react to it and you respond back with the same kind of stuff, they're like, look, they're giving their energy to this. They like this. They want more of it. So there, they give you more. The things you don't like, you need to not react to. And so that way, they don't bring more of it into your life. If you don't want it there, don't let it in your bubble. Do not let it in your energy field. Simply put. And this is kind of how you create more of what you want in your life. Only put your energy into the things that you do want. And don't focus on the things that you don't want, because when you do, you create more. It's the same thing goes with, okay, if it's all about your intentions and your reason behind what you're wanting. Now, if you come and say, I want to manifest more money, more income, success, all these things, but your true intention at your core is because you don't want to be poor. You don't want to have to worry about struggling. You know, when it's fear-based reasons, you're actually going to create that very thing that you don't want. You cannot come from a place of fear. Now, for that same instance, let's say this is how I would come at it. I want to create more money in my life, have a successful business, and be able to have a revenue where I don't have to worry about anything ever. And my intentions for this is because I know it's my divine birthright, and I know I deserve it. I know I put the work into it, and I deserve that my income match my vibrations. This is an intention that would be able to be manifest, as to where the other, out of the fear, would not. You would actually create that very thing. So the laws of attraction, the way I look at it, the number one thing, and this isn't just for laws of attraction, this is the best thing for anybody to do, period, in this journey. You have to get your mindset straight. The way you think of yourself, the things you especially say to yourself and out loud. Words make it so much more powerful. Okay, so you say them, and especially when you say them to other people, because then those other people take on those same thoughts about you. And that strengthens that becoming true. So when you downplay yourself, down-talk yourself, or I'm just getting old, like, okay, feel so old. You're going to feel that way. And now you just said it to other people, and so they think the same thing. Yeah, she's feeling old these days. And that's exactly what you're going to get. It's not as easy to retrain your mind. It might seem like it would not be that hard of a thing, but I'm telling you, I've had experiences that were out of this world, and it was something you would think that you could never possibly forget, and I did. And then I woke up the next day and was gone. Your ego is very strong, and then you have this mind that stores all your memories, everything that you've ever done, and all they've been doing is playing them on repeat over and over and over again. So very easily, something could happen. You wake up that next day and they're just playing the same memories over, and you totally forgot about that new memory you had last night. It is not as easy as you think. So this is where I want to teach you guys an actual great trick for manifestation and reprogramming your mind and your thoughts, okay? Because you've got to be consistent with it. Most things, you at least need to put in 20, 30 days to create something into reality. Some, it's 40 days for some things. So, the best thing to do, make a video, okay? When your higher self is physically watching their self every day and stating these things, it strengthens it and brings it into reality actually a lot faster too than just saying them to yourself. We have these affirmations and we sit here and reprogram, we're trying to reprogram ourselves and tell ourselves that every day. But to physically sit there and watch a video every day and your higher self is viewing herself or his self saying these things, it strengthens this so much more for you and brings it into that reality in a lot quicker of a way. So I suggest, it's a very great tip to make a video. State who you are, who you want to be. But you have to believe and truly now, even when your reality does not reflect what you want for your future right now, you still have to believe that you have that. You are that. And this is where it comes into a little bit easier doing a video. When you're making that video, believe this is what you have, this is what you are, this is your world, this is your reality, and believe it. And then every day when you're seeing that, your higher self believes this. It's affirming this into your life, and it's going to bring it into your reality. I hope you guys enjoyed that tip. I hope it really helps you. But mind is the strongest aspect I think we have to tackle in this journey. And we don't realize just how hard and the little things that you tell yourself every day that's programmed in there because you've heard it forever. It's not just like that to turn it off. We're programmed beings. And so it's embedded in you. It's going to take a little bit of work and effort. But the work really isn't that hard. It's just making the time and the devotion to it. It has to mean something to you. And you make it part of your everyday ritual to be able to create it. It's really not like physical laboring work. It's just showing your commitment to it. God wants to see that effort from you. This is part of why the Great Fall happened. Everybody started wanting to take the easy road. And this is how they were easily manipulated by the darkness. Okay? The easy road is never the answer. So many people want to take this easy road. And that easy road always ends with a hard lesson. And yet they still keep taking it every time. And instead, if they went over here to the have to put a little bit of work in, but at the end of it, there's this great reward that was far greater than any of the work you put in. I like this one. Why does everybody keep choosing this one even though it blows up in their face? Because those patterns, you gotta break it. You gotta sit there and, God, every single day I do that. I was actually proud of myself one day. I finally realized this. I had a little soap pump in my kitchen with my soap, and every single time it would shoot out onto my clothes. It was driving me crazy. And I kept doing it over and over again though. And finally one day I was like, what am I doing? Change the freaking pump. Change your soap dish so you're not spraying yourself every time. Genius, come on. And I did it, and then I was like, oh, look at that, broke a habit. I was so proud of myself. It's something that's simple, There are things that you do every day in your routine that don't really kind of work out good, or like something, and it could be something in your house broken, and you guys still like just sit there and leave it instead of like fixing it, doing something different. Do different. Okay? Put a little effort in, because that reward is so much greater. You take that easy road, there's never a reward. It's actually a lesson. Why do we have to keep learning it over and over again? Like, it's not fun. I tried to get mine in one time, and I'm not even good. Trust me, I've learned many, okay? And I hate it, but I've done it. We all do. But eventually you need to get to that point where you're like, I've had enough. I don't want to keep learning this over and over again. Okay, and then the next thing I have is, oh yes, one of my favorites, taking other people's opinions on for your own. Now, I know when we all start this spiritually, we all grasp this concept, because this is part of what has happened our whole life. We, in society just kept believing what people told us to believe. And now we come to find in our awakening that all these things were not true that we were told. So we start following this. But for some reason, we think in the spiritual world, and when other people are saying that they're spiritual like us and have the same beliefs, that we can trust every single thing that every single one of them says, and we actually don't look into it. You're making the same mistakes that we have been our whole life, and we think we are out of that. We're like, no, we know better now. We don't make that mistake now. But I see it every day. See, there are people out there now. What's real to you, or what's right to you, there is no right or wrong, sorry, I'm not even saying it. But what's real to you and what resonates with you might not resonate with somebody else, and it doesn't make either of them wrong now. But there are people misguided out there. There are people that spread false teachings. There are people that are controlled by entities, okay? They think that they are speaking to an angel or spirit or somebody, but really they didn't do what they needed to protect themselves at some point, and what they were actually speaking with was not those things, okay? And it is putting its own little agendas and ideas and thoughts in there to that person's mind to create an outcome that is not great for the greater good. It is not great for everybody else. It's only for that person's intentions. Okay, which is usually something to deceive, and like it's not going to be great for everyone, okay? So you have to be very selective who you listen to out there, okay? Like, because I see so many times, and it's not just this, some of these people, you can straight up tell, like they are straight up purposely trying to trip up people. You can tell there's ones that are for the dark side, and they're out there trying to portray that they're not, and they're saying things on purpose to derail you. Don't let them do that to you. Don't let them put you further back on your journey, because that's exactly what happens. And it's not fun to have to pick yourself back up after you realize, like, I did this to myself. I like listened to this, and I could have been here now, but I'm like back here because I trusted what this other person said. This kind of goes into my next thing now. I am so proud of people. I've noticed this week there's so many people out there that are kind of like speaking up and telling them who they know they are. And, we do have masters here. Nobody's coming to save anybody. I hope you guys know that. If not, I'm telling you now. Like, this world is believed like they could run around and do whatever, be whatever to anybody, and doesn't care about their consequences, and think that, like, oh, somebody's coming though, and it's just okay. Jesus is going to save us. No. You cannot do those things. Like, you have to evolve. You have to learn to be a better person, okay? And nobody's coming to save you. What you were supposed to get, for one, whoever is coming, they're already here. They've been here. They're the masters. They are the ancients. We're here to help show you the way, to guide you, to teach you, to mentor you. But we're not going to force it on you. It's only if you want to learn. And we're setting the example for you guys, right? But what you were supposed to get from the teachings, what Jesus was trying to say was, you have to be your own savior, okay? You're to be your own savior. If each person works on themselves, that's all that's needed to do to transform this world, like that. That's all it takes. We don't have to worry about fixing everyone and everything. Just fix yourself. And, oh, sorry. Oh God, now I'm losing my point. Which point was that? Oh God, it just went over my head right there. Totally lost my spot. So, let me see if I can think of it real quick. I'm so like this all the time. Sorry. It's bad. I get so much on my mind, and then so like what I actually want on my mind, it just runs away from me. I hate when that happens. I need to put up like gates or something to catch it. Alright. So, what was I saying, guys? Oh, that's so bad. I don't even know if I'm going to edit this out. It's me. I love it. Oh, God. That makes me think about it. See, God, I love that. Okay. So, this is what I was going to say. Alright. I'm proud of the people I see. They're owning who they are. Okay? And I know me personally in my journey. It was hard. And this is what most masters would do. These old souls that are here to help. It's so hard for us to believe that we're anything. You know, that we could be this person. We just had like these hardest lives. We had all these lessons to learn. And a lot of us were here learning self-love. And so that means like we've had our self-worth and values. Like we don't value ourselves for so long. We just had all these situations to take away how we felt about ourselves. So by the time we start our spiritual journey, we like have no love for ourselves whatsoever, and let alone think highly of ourselves, because everybody's treated us like crap our whole life. Or, you know, people notice our light and they know there's something different about you and they don't understand it, or they envy it, so they take that out on you. And so it's very hard for us to even believe this stuff. And then we don't want to say it because we were worried that people are going to think we're egotistical or something. So then we really shut down and don't want to share it. And I was always like that. And then one day, it was so liberating because I finally accepted who I was. And it didn't change anything, but at least I was standing in my power and acknowledging who I am, because I shouldn't be ashamed of it. And then I keep, like, when I'm channeling, I have all these different people coming through. Goddess Shita, she's like, stop, stand in your power, know who you are. You are divine. You have wisdom in you that others do not, and we need you sharing that wisdom. So I have been proud of people. This week I've seen them putting it out there. And this is the thing. And I've dealt with this even this week too. When I finally like, okay, like look, I was trying to tell somebody like, you don't have to listen to me, you don't have to believe me, but just so you like to know if you should be able to listen to what I say and think there could be some credibility to it, that maybe you should go, I recommend always research it. That's what we were talking about. Don't just believe it, look into it. Because that's what I did. I have spent years researching every aspect of everything. And that's how I can stand so firmly in my beliefs now and my knowledge that I know now. And I will stand my ground with the best. I don't care. Like, because I know what I know. I want you to know the same. But like, I was just sharing with these people. I'm like, look, you know, I am a wisdom keeper. Like, that I hold wisdom within my soul that even other awakened and advanced souls don't even have. And I am being asked to share this with people as much as possible. And so that's why I'm doing this. I'm just trying to do my part to help educate people and share the wisdom that I have been blessed with through all my lifetimes. And other people want to then, oh no, and then it's like, oh, stop with your egotistical stuff. There is no ego. You can be that person. You can hold these things. Why is that hard for anybody to believe? Now, there are some people I see out there where you can, no, honey, you've got like an entity. You might want to go get that checked out. But you need to stop coming on attack of people when they finally do share this with you. We're here to help you. You know that God has sent these people here. You know there are masters incarnate here to help. You know all this. So then why, when you run into one, do you attack it? And this is what I said this week. I was like, I'm not going to hide who I am or cover it up to make you guys feel better about yourself. I'm not doing it. I'm here because of who I am and the wisdom I hold. Because it needs to be shared with people. So that's what I'm going to do. And if anybody has a problem with it, tough shit, okay? That's your problem to deal with, not mine. Now, anybody that wants help, hey, here I am. You don't want it? Go about your way then. It's as easy as that. You do not need to come down and condemn the people or judge them or make jokes or comment or anything. If you don't want to believe, go on. Okay? Good luck finding correct help. That ain't going to send you in the wrong direction. You're going to need it. So I'm encouraging you guys more to embrace. Let people know, because the time is coming where this world, they're going to start seeing that they need help. They're going to want to know who to go to. And that's why I don't silence myself now. Because at that time, when this world is realizing the truths and things that have been going on and they want help, they'll already know where to go. Because I didn't hide it. That's the way I look at it. Alright. Now, the last thing I wanted to talk on was people that focus so much on being a starseed or Lumerian, Atlantean, anything. You see, that is one of the things that will hold up a soul. When you focus too much on I'm this or that, even your horoscope signs. Okay, I'm a Scorpio sun. I'm a moon freaking Libra and Cancer rising, and you're obsessed with that stuff. Like, they're labels. One thing that we start to learn on this journey is how we label everything in this world. Not everything should have been labeled the way it is. But, we were already told this is what this is and this is what that is. And then you take that belief on for yourself, even if it's wrong. And the thing is, we are nothing. We are nothing. Start telling that to yourself. We are simply beings of light. Yes, I was in Atlantis. I was in Lemuria. Okay, I've been far beyond those places in that time. But I'm not those things. Technically, you are a human being right now. Okay? Yes, I was Lemurian. Yeah, back then that was one of your lifetimes. Now, you're human. And you're supposed to be enjoying and experiencing your human experience. So many star seeds are like, I just want to go home. I want to go home. They want to cry about going home. Well, you're not where you need to be right now. Okay? If your soul wanted so badly for you to be in those places, in that star system, they would have never left. You're here to have a human experience, and you need to be experiencing that human experience. So you have to stop focusing on where you've been. We are no single one thing. We have lived so many lifetimes, and we've been so many things. We introduce ourselves like, oh my God, do you want me to be like, I'm Handarian, Pleiadian, Lyran? Like, if we went through the list, like, oh my God, like, if I had to introduce myself like that, like I would be there for a while, just like introducing myself to somebody. Hi, this is Christina. Yes, I am Handarian, Lyran, Pleiadian, Syrian. Like, it's just gonna keep going. Okay? We don't need that. You're a being of light. Nothing more do you need to know. Okay? You are a spark from the Creator. You are how He lives, breathes, and experiences life every day through our eyes. You don't need to know anymore. You don't need to address yourself as anymore. You are here at this time, in this incarnation, as a human being, to experience human life. Simply put, you have had multiple lifetimes throughout the universe. throughout the solar system. You've had multiple lifetimes here on Earth. Some of you have only been to Earth. You've been many different cultures and people in your time here. But that does not define who you are now. Okay? And it's kind of, you trap yourself when you get caught in these labels. I'm just this, and I'm this. And you obsess about it. I did too. A lot of times whenever you hear all of a sudden and start remembering, like, oh, am I Lemurian? Am I Atlantean? When these words came into your life, it was meant to be a trigger, to trigger that awakening. To trigger things within you that you needed to remember. And that was it. It's not to obsess about them and overthink too much, because then you're focused on the past and not on your journey now. Always know, no matter what, to be in alignment, you are supposed to be living in the here and now, not focused on anything from yesterday and past, and then nothing from tomorrow. Like, live in this moment, because you cannot create anything or do anything that you gave your all to if you're focused not on that job fully or that creation. That's the point. You want to, whatever you're doing in this reality, at this moment, you want to give it your all. You need to have your full focus into it. And if you're still focused on things from the past or the future while you're doing this, you're never going to have anything that you created that was like perfect. You just gave your all and your best. So that is the point of it. So as soon as your mind starts going to anything, other lifetimes, isn't it? Stop. Stop yourself. It's not of importance. Now, it is part of the journey. It is good to know and research. You want to know who you are, where you come from. But there's a point where you cross. Everything has a thin line in spirituality. Once you cross that line, it's not good for you. And we tend to do this a lot and don't realize it. Too much of anything is not good. You're not in balance. So as soon as you're doing something like an excess, okay, I need to stop. I need to come back to my center. Okay? That's what I recommend. So I hope these few little things helped you today. I'm sure I'm going to come up with some more. I had some more in the past just written down somewhere. I'm going to look in all my books and find them. So I'll probably do another video just talking about like some of the little misconceptions or stuff that people have out there, or little holdups that a lot of people have. If you like this video, please let me know. If you want to see more of them, please let me know. I hope this is some great advice for you guys. And thank you for watching. Have a great day.